on?
Folks, we are doing a off-trail venture in the Uwharrie Forest today. So this should be, hopefully find a standing chimney. We have a lead from our subscriber to park at this place here. And there's a gate behind us, this big old quartz rocks. It's off of Laster Mill Road on the other side of the Walker Creek trailhead. Because last time we tried to find a homestead out here from Walker Creek trailhead and we hiked all the way in almost to this point and had no luck, struck out on this standing chimney. Some say that there was a legal distillery back here a long time ago. I'm not sure if that story is accurate or not, but there's supposed to be a standing chimney. So we're going to walk. This is, as long as you don't block the gate, and we're not blocking the gate. This is an old roadbed that we're working on hiking today. There's an old gate post. Huh. And right there's behind the gate. Now there is a little, that probably goes to a private property. But supposedly we will hike up this old roadbed and then we're supposed to branch off to the right and head down toward Walker's Creek, and it should be on the left. So let's go check it out and see if we can successfully find it. We'll take a cords for it, and then if anybody's interested in, for our subscribers, and we don't mind sharing the cords if you want to send us an email or something. All right, that's a nice roadbed though. We made it to Walker's Creek. Not a long hike, is it?
No, it's not too bad, really.
They've redone that forest road though. They bulldozed, and it's real muddy right now. But
Yes,
they can't find it right now. But we'll keep looking a few minutes and see if we can't come across it. That's a very old can. How old do y'all think that is? All right, we're gonna keep looking a few more minutes. So far, we've had no luck finding this standing chimney. Off again. Well, folks, I don't know. This might be a wild goose chase to a point. All right, we'll get a few more minutes and see what happens. Weird though. Come up, walking up, following off trail Walker's Creek. There's a tree right here that's got little growth on it. Fungi, right? Look at the bottom. Something has cleared out all around it. The leaves are over here, up against that tree. There's nothing. Hopefully that picks up on the camera, but it's like something went around this tree about a foot wide all the way around this tree and cleared it out. Like looking for something or interesting stuff, huh? And that one print is strange. Partial print that we'll post. It looks very weird. Possible Sasquatchy. But anyway, hit you back in a few. Epic fail. Sometimes that happens, guys. It might not be bad intel, but it's, I don't know. We found no evidence of a homestead.
Yeah.
Not a rock pile, nothing. We put a message out to somebody we know that might help us. We'll see. So backup plan. We're going to Tot Hill Trailhead, and we are going to locate a homestead there towards Cedar Rock. Stay tuned, folks. This is excellent intel we do have. Last time we failed and only found the rock walls though. That's fine because the person we know they sent us cords to the rock walls, and that's fine. Now we have cords to the actual homestead chimney, which wasn't far from there. And then we're going to take you to our favorite spot in Burkhead, not far from there is Cedar Rock, and let you guys see what kind of awesome view is out there. All right, guys, and on the way in and out, we did see something we didn't want to film, but check this sign out. Kind of disturbing because this is public property. the Forest Service, but it does border private. But we're going to show you a sign down here. Guy says beware of something. What do you think of that sign?
Guard dog.
All right, there you have it. German Shepherds are, I guess, on the left as you're walking up the forest road. Whatever. But your dog come at me, he gonna be a dead dog. I'm sorry. Especially when I'm on public property. All right, peace out. Well, we're back at Burkhead Wilderness.
Yep.
We're gonna try to find a homestead, like we told you. We're here, and we already came across an abandoned tent. Look at this crap. We piled up the sleeping bag. It was laying outside the tent. So what do you think happened to these people? They left the trash pile too. So the wannabe campers come out here and just, I guess, trash it, but, or did they leave in a hurry? What happened out here, right? But really, I just think they're a bunch of lazy idiots that just left it. But what do y'all think about this? Have you found some abandoned tents yourself on your adventures? We do come across those periodically. This one will report it to the Warrior Trailblazers. They do cleanups and stuff, and they'll remove them. All right, peace out. We'll keep trucking it towards Cedar Rock and see what we can find. What do we find, bro?
Nice camp spot out here, middle of nowhere. Pretty cool.
Somebody actually built a very nice camp spot. So this is not one of the Joe Moffett scout camps or nothing, but they did a really good job building it. It could collapse, but it's built pretty good. Look at this thing. They even got stick rope for you. We got a log to sit on. Very impressive camp. Look at that, man. It's stacked nice. And then there's a cooking container. Yeah, somebody actually knows what they're doing. And they didn't leave no, well, that cooking container, but they didn't leave no other trash. Left some wood here. Cleaned it out real nice too. We're off trail, so I'm not sure. It may be kind of close to a trail. I don't know, but we're kind of trucking it off trail and ran into this. But we'll drop a pin for cords to it, but interesting. So far, cool campsite, abandoned tent. Who knows what we'll find next? But we got Cedar Rock will be at shortly, about another mile in. And then shortly from that is some artifacts and structure we found in the past. There is a massive homestead out there, and we got a lead on a chimney that's there. So stay tuned. Random X's throughout the woods. A lot of times the X don't mean nothing, but I love it. Pretty cool, huh? With that, there's a dead branch that comes across to make the X, but where's the tree that it came off of?
I do see stuff over there.
I don't know. So it's really weird because we don't see where it came from, broke off. But unless it broke off and the wind blew it there, is what scientists like to say, I guess. I'm not sure. Weird. And behind it's a bunch of stacks of limbs where he's at. And back behind here. And this tree, we see a lot of this. A lot of times at base of trees, we're finding lots of small rocks lined up around base of trees throughout the burkheads too, sometimes. And then there's the pile of brush. And again, we're off trail. We're probably 8/10 of a mile or more off of the trail. We're gonna keep trucking it. We're about 8/10 of a mile from Cedar Rock. So we all think about the phenomenon around these trees throughout the burkheads and yawaris. Pretty good sized tree around the base. There's another one. Rocks lined up all around the base. Big tree. I'm assuming it's the growth of the tree pushing the quartz to the surface. What do y'all think? Just something to think about. The mystery in the burkheads. And Uwharrie forest is full of mystery. Betty McGee's Creek. That's an important landmark that runs through Burkhead. It wraps around both sections of the forest, wilderness area. We've got to cross it from Tot Hill. You've got to work your way to Betty McGee Creek on this side of Uwharrie. And then you want to keep trucking. We're we're about 4/10 of a mile to Cedar Rock. And there is a homestead down there near that area. You know you're getting close when you start finding rock piles. Yep. Let me fix this thing for y'all. Oh, this is rock stacks. More, you got rocks that are stacked through this area, and up here lots of rock piles. Got lots of stacks, rocking that piled up. And around these trees here, there's a lot of rocks piled up. All up in here. And then the rock walls that we found on our last fence is up here. Well, there's a lot more rock stacks. So I don't know, there's a lot more rock stacks. See that? Lots of rock stacks through here and up there. A lot of significant rock stacks. Look at that one. In the distance is more. There's a bunch. Hey, stand beside this one. He's gonna stand beside that so you can get depth. It's significant.
Yep, that was the same size y'all saw in that last video. Bunch of rocks.
And it goes. So in the past, we have come across a bunch of small rock piles, about knee high, a dozen or so. That we think is from farming, where they cleared it to farm. These stacks are a lot more significant. There's a bunch too here. All right, we're getting close to the possible chimney, so we'll hit you back in a few minutes. But there's lots and lots of rock piles. I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know, maybe like a dozen scattered about. It's crazy. What do y'all think about these rocks? So what do y'all think about these rock stack piles? Any ideas? Because, I mean, it is kind of flat. Maybe it was farmed. But, and some of the smaller stacks lined with like an possible old wagon road from a long time ago, possibly. And then see, look, I'm gonna turn this around. What's happening, folks? So this right here, you'll find these kind of plants often near homesteads, folks. Yucca. Y-U-C-C-A, yucca, I believe is what it's called. But there's a lot of these scattered through here. Then look at here, guys. The chimney. And probably the rock foundations of this structure. There's some of the foundation. What do you think, bud?
That's the chimney. Still standing.
It's definitely collapsed some, guys, but cool find, guys. We found it. That's, some people call it the east side chimney because it's on the east side of the Burkhead Wilderness. That's the only two we know of, the east side and the west side. We have a video on the other one too. If y'all know anything about this site, let us know. We'll do a pin drop for it and share it for anybody interested, you know, that wants to see historical stuff. But what a good find, man. And then just below the homestead here is numerous significant rock piles as well. And then our last video of off-road adventure in Burkhead has some of the stone walls we found that's not far from the site. And then the Cedar Rock's not far. We're going to hit that and have a snack before we head back to the car. But epic find, guys. Not many of these around. What's up? We made it to Cedar Rock. It's kind of a hard hike, plus we hiked a lot yesterday. So we found what we call Cedar Rock Homestead, and then we're taking a break here on Cedar Rock. Yep. This is why we like it though. Look at the distance. Let me fix this for you guys so y'all can see. It's way off trail, 1.5 miles roughly off trail from Tot Hill Trailhead. But that's the view you get looking down and around. They call it Cedar Rock Mountain. So we'll end it here. But we don't know of any other standing chimneys in Burkhead, just those two. And then there one out in Walker's Creek. We got some updated cords from someone, so we'll check that out later. But you never know what you might find off trail. But we're going to close off and catch you on the next adventure.
Mm-hmm.
You tired?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, good hike.
All right, you want to say anything else?
Nope, that's a good hike. I mean, what else to say?
All right, guys. Yeah. All right, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead. And if anybody wants cords to the chimneys out here, email us, hit us up. We'll try to send them to you. All right, guys. Peace out, and we'll catch you on the next adventure.